Oh, son of a bitch. Adults only. Cussing. Okay, so Massive X. Alright, what you're going to do is open up a new patch. We're going to go to init Massive X, not the blank one, and that way all the routing's done for us in a really like sophisticated manner that's really simple and easy to understand, but it's not very important to us, so I don't want like you guys to just worry about it. So here we got our oscillator section. That's what we're going to be focusing on right now, and maybe a little bit of the envelopes. But we have our saw wave. It's just like, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Serum or if not, but it's a lot like Serum. You can kind of change through your different wavetable. So like kind of from this one shows a saw wave or a sine wave, and it goes to a triangle wave, and then it goes to a saw wave, and then a square. And it says that in the title. And then you have all these different types of wavetables. Banana, I don't know what most of these are, but let's see what banana is. It's not really changing in the picture and all that stuff, but whatever. And you got like all these different ones, and it's just sounds pretty much. You can, if you could make any wavetable, you can make any sound. Kind of like that's how it is. You can draw in the shapes or whatever, and it makes any sound that you want it to. That's kind of what a wavetable is. Except, I mean, that's not true at all, but like if you could draw a sound wave, you can make any sound, you know, because that's what sounds are. They're just waves. So here we have a wave called cadenza. It's a lot dirtier. And it's got some polyphonic properties to it. You can hear more than one waves, and you can do that. So if you like, back in Serum, you could take a wavetable that you made and like feed back into itself. If you had like like 8 of the same waves going into it, and you can turn that into a wavetable. So that's what it would be. It would sound like eight waves playing. Anyway, so that's the basics there. If you right click, you can go up an octave, and you can keep going. So at this little pitch thing, so, or you can go down, and you can go by octaves. And if you want to go by one semitone, you can just click and drag with your left click, and then you can double click to bring it back to 0. And if you want to change the sense, you can change the sense right here, which is just less than a semitone. Okay, so there we go. There's that. We're gonna go back to a saw wave here. I like the saw wave on the very end though, so you can just like quickly throw it all the way to the right, and then it's at the saw wave. Then we have a second wavetable here. It does the exact same stuff. I'm not really going to go into it too much, but you know. It does all the same stuff. Right? And then you can change it. Same thing. You have all the same choices. They don't have you can't put in your own wavetables. So like I have thousands of wavetables for Serum, but here you can only have what, like the 100 that they give you, if that. Which suck, but whatever. And a lot of them are from the regular Massive. You know, you can see this little remastered section, but whatever. All right, so then we're gonna go down here. This is the coolest part right here, is this little standard thing. I'm not entirely sure what they all do to the waveforms, but I can kind of give you a basic of what they sound like. Standard, this one's just kind of like a filter, but it doesn't go all the way down. And they're both the same on the same side, by the way. So it's a filter, and then you can change the phase, which is good for anything that you need to have colliding flick phases and stuff. You got polarity differences, so basically it'll just do the opposite if you change the polarity. And then you can turn it on and off, which is, I don't see what the point of that is, but I guess it's kind of nice if you turn it off, because then you just have nothing. So you can just have the saw wave not being affected by anything. Except actually I can't hear any sound with it, so never mind, that's a lie. Alright, we're gonna go to bend. It's real simple. It just kind of like bends the waveform. So if you go to the right, it's gonna make this wider, and it's gonna look more like a square wave that slowly slants down, right? Like, and then if you go this way, it's gonna do the opposite. It's gonna bring it down, and that's for sure with like up and down. Up, it's up this way and then down that side. Just follow what it looks like. And then for back, it doesn't really matter what it does. It matters what it sounds like. And the fact is, it's a really simple one. It's in like every single synthesizer I've ever had. Serum has bends, massive, regular massive has bends, all that stuff. Mirror is also in Serum, so if you have Serum, you can look at the tutorial for that one, and it'll show you like pictures of what it does. But it just changes what sounds sound like. So that's pretty cool. Mirror is really basic too, and then we can go to hard sync. This one's kind of hard to understand because like if you have it at the 0 octave, it'll make like these just high pitched noises, and you can't like tell what it's doing. But it's actually really sick. So here you have your little your note. This increases like the space between these little like ramps, right? And this kind of like makes it smooth again. And that's rough. It's just sick. I like it. And then you can change all these to soft, and it can be grainy. You can hear it just gets less quality, hard quality, less quality, you know, just like lo-fi kind of stuff. And up, down, neutral, it's just like, you know, different styles of all that stuff. I'm not going to go through everything because this video is going to be really long if I do that. Rap. Oh, that'd be such a sick wobble, dude. Oh my god. I'm sorry, I just have to do this. That's fucking so tight. Oh my god. Ah. Oh shit. Oh, it's so cool. There's so much potential with this stuff, you know? So there's rap. I'm going to get rid of this little LFO. Formant, everybody knows Formant for the most part, so if you're new, we're going to go back to 0. It kind of makes it more breathy. Or like, kind of like a mouth type sound. There you go, you can hear it really well right here. It's a little mouth. Right? So that's pretty cool. Art, I don't really know what art does. Just changes the sound like everything else. Width doesn't change too much. Pitch is pretty cool. And then you have different effects. You can put body on it, which I like. It like adds bass to it. See, there's the bass. Take out the bass. That's pretty, it just adds like a filter or something. You can make some pretty cool sounds with it though. So there's art. Gorilla is like fucking my favorite. Basically Serum was the shittiest thing about Serum is you'll have like this little saw wave, right? Or like some big monster like buzzy wavetable, and you'll have to FM mod it, you know? And so what you'll do is you'll like take this sine wave over here, and then you'll like have to lower the volume all the way down, and then you FM this wavetable with that one. And this one it doesn't have to be quiet, but if it's not quiet, then you'll have the saw wave. And if you want the saw wave, that's great, but most of the time you don't. So this way, with this Gorilla right here, dude, it just fucking FMs the hell out of whatever you want to do. And you can like multiply it up to 6 times. And it's just super awesome. So here it is. And it just is a super strong FM. So check this out. So lower this ton, put it to like 4, and then you have excision, just like that. Excision. Let's get 6. I need a drill. you see the point. It's a sick FM thing. I'm sure if you like went over here to the Monster and you got some Monster thing, it'll be yeah. And then the last one is random and jitter. Those kind of just like turn it into like a noise wave, but they have some cool effects. I'll go ahead and show you jitter, but we'll skip random. Bring this back to 0. It just does weird shit. So there's that. And then we got the sine wave over here. This does the same thing as the other one. All the same stuff. I'm not going to go over it at all. And then we got the pitch. So basically, if we take oscillator 1, and we're going to put it back to the standard, then it's flat. We got it at whatever note it is at. And so here, let's move it up an octave. That's up an octave now. Now if we take this and we take it up and put it up 12, it takes both of them and it adds to 12, right? So it's going to be 1 octave higher for both. So this is going to be really 12 now, and then this is going to be 24. Just in case you need to use it. You can do it all manually and stuff like that, but I guess it can help you go higher than 64 if you had to do that or something like that, but it's not too necessary. And then you got glide. You have to click on it for it to work. And what that does is, I'm just going to go to a square wave. And that's all it does. So there's that. And then we're going to go back up and we're going to go here to the pitch thing again, and you can change this somehow. There it is. I don't know what fix does, but you can do pitch differently that way. And then you can also ratio it. So 1-to-1 ratio just means that you're FMing it at the same pitch. So it's an AM packet or an FM packet, sorry, that goes into the sound that you have. I don't know what shape it is though, so that's something that I need to figure out. And then if you go to like 4, it'll be 2 octaves higher that you're feeding into your sound, so it's going to sound higher. And so that's what that does. So you can change it to a ratio, which if you use FM8, it's pretty much like that. And then down here, you have the same thing. It's stuck on ratio right now, and we'll just put it to 4, or we'll put it to 1/4 actually, which is 0.250 for people that used FM8, and or just no fractions. And we'll change this to a triangle wave. And this is cool too, because this allows you to put more FM packets into stuff. And you can do it with both of them. We'll change this to a sine in and change this to 8, which would be 3 octaves. So every octave it doubles. So 2 will be 1 octave, 4 will be 2 octaves, and then 8 will be 3 octaves higher. And so we're going to turn that on here. Now we're going to turn it off. See? And then you can mod it. So that's pretty cool. So that's all that stuff, and that's pretty much shows you everything that you can do with the oscillator section, which is just a ton of stuff. And then you can modify, or you can mod all of it. So there's the oscillator section. Now we're going to move to the noise section and the filter section. I'm going to combine the two for next video.